Hello friends, for years, Texas was treated like a joke. More than 2 million feral hogs destroy crops, tearing up land and wiping out months of work overnight. Many outside the state laughed, convinced the problem was out of control. But something changed. Quietly, deliberately, Texas stopped reacting and started winning. And that's when the jokes ended. What Texas was facing wasn't just a wildlife issue. It was a system under strain. Each year, feral hogs caused an estimated $400 to $500 million in losses statewide when crop damage, fencing, equipment, and land restoration were combined. Cornfields were wiped out overnight, pastures were torn apart, water sources were contaminated, and soil structure that took decades to build was destroyed in hours. This wasn't random destruction. The hogs learned planting schedules, adjusted their movement, and returned as soon as pressure dropped. The threat wasn't only their numbers, but their ability to adapt faster than traditional control methods. This wasn't wildlife anymore. It was pressure. To understand how this pressure came to exist, Texas had to look centuries into the past. In the early 1500s, Spanish ships crossed the Atlantic carrying pigs in their holds, livestock meant to survive long voyages and feed expeditions in an unknown land. As European settlements spread through the 1700s and 1800s, pigs were released across forests and plains, roaming freely along expanding frontiers marked on hand-drawn maps. Over time, fences failed, animals escaped, and bloodlines mixed. What emerged was a powerful hybrid, larger, highly intelligent, and able to reproduce at extraordinary speed. In the warm, open landscapes of the American South, their numbers spread quietly, long before anyone was counting. Texas didn't inherit this problem. It built it. In the spring of 2004, in Fannin County, Texas, farmer Jay Norman was planting corn as he had for years. Row by row, seeds dropped into freshly turned soil. When he reached the end of the field and turned his tractor around, the ground behind him had already changed. More than 100 feral hogs were there, moving methodically down the rows, tearing up seeds planted only minutes earlier. Norman shut off the engine and watched as hours of work vanished in silence. Until that moment, feral hog damage was something he had heard about. That morning, it became something he lived with and something he could no longer stop alone. After that season, Norman turned to the same methods farmers had relied on for generations. Traps were set, bait was laid. Dogs were used to push hogs away. Sometimes it worked, but only briefly. A few animals were removed, while others simply moved to neighboring land. With reproduction rates capable of replacing losses in months, the damage returned as soon as pressure eased. The hogs learned quickly, avoiding traps and shifting their feeding times. What appeared to be control was only movement. The problem never shrank, it circulated. And that revealed the deeper truth. You cannot solve a regional problem with isolated effort. The turning point didn't come from a new weapon. It came from people working together. For years, landowners fought feral hogs on their own. One farm trapped while the next did nothing. One county acted while the neighboring county waited. That left open ground for hogs to escape and return. Pressure became constant, not occasional. Instead of chasing hogs from field to field, communities boxed them in together. That's when technology finally started to matter. Outside Irving, Texas, near Champions Park, a steel corral trap sits silent at the edge of a greenbelt. Inside, corn is spread. Above it, a camera streams live footage to a phone miles away. Wildlife officers wait not minutes, but days. When the entire sounder enters, often 15 to 30 hogs at once, the gate is dropped remotely. One action, one removal. Traditional traps might catch one or two animals. Smart traps remove whole groups. Setup costs can exceed $3,000, but a single prevented crop loss often covers it. Still, in fast-spreading hot zones, even precision wasn't fast enough. That's when Texas looked to the air. At sunrise, helicopters lift off across rural Texas. In 2 hours, a single team can cover 10,000 acres of land that would take weeks on foot. From the air, hogs are easy to spot moving between creeks, brush, and fields. A typical flight costs around $4,000, but in high-damage areas, the impact is immediate. Dozens, sometimes hundreds of hogs removed in a single morning. Crops protected before planting begins. It's fast and effective, but speed alone isn't permanent. Pressure has to stay constant. Looking ahead, Texas isn't chasing an endless war. Sterilization research, drones, and thermal imaging are shifting the goal from killing to control. That's why no one laughs anymore. Texas didn't win with force. It won with discipline, systems, and people working together. There was no single solution, but once everything connected, the balance changed. These pigs start life in a way that makes you rethink crowding everything together. They're from old black families that've been running the same hills for generations. A mama only raises 6 or 7 babies at a time, half what we push through our barns back home. Lesson there, give the mama some breathing room and every little one comes out tougher with better marbling from the start. That's already bumping the cost, because you're not turning them out by the truckload. When fall hits and they're big enough, around 1.5 years old, they walk out into these oak forests so wide you lose sight of the fence. For the last 3 to 5 months, what they call montanera. They eat nothing but acorns dropping off the trees along with whatever grass and roots they root up. Up to 10 pounds of acorns a day per pig, free as the wind. I always figured corn was the ticket to good fat, but watching those pigs forage, I learned acorns weave that sweet, nutty flavor right into the meat without a feed bill in sight. Of course, those oaks take 100 years to get going, so you're investing in land that pays off slowly. That's part of why this ham starts adding up dollars before the pig even hits the scale. Every step's tracked, from the day that pig drops ear tags, records on feed, weight, even the weather in the forest, so you know exactly where your meat came from. That's traceability in action in the processing factory, and it costs extra because it means no shortcuts, no faking it. The oaks feeding those acorns? They've got to be ancient, a century old at least, before they drop enough to matter. You can't hurry nature like that, and that's baked into the expense from the ground up. Pigs are processed at about 18 months, but the ham doesn't see your plate for another 3 or 4 years. My steers are market ready in under 2. But this extra stretch waiting for enzymes to work, flavors to build, is what turns ordinary pork into something that melts like butter. Learn the hard way. Rush the timeline and you miss the gold hiding in the slow seasons. In the processing factory, processing's no rush job over there, done with every health check you can imagine, following those strict EU rules that match right up with USDA standards for anything coming stateside. Operations that ensure safety and meet USDA standards. Then the back legs get trimmed, careful, by hand, no machines rushing it. Workers in the processing factory pack them in sea salt for a week or so. One day per couple pounds of meat to draw out moisture and start that flavor deep. Wash it off. Let it hang in a cool room for another month or two, air circulating steady. Then comes the long haul, up into mountain cellars, where they dangle for 3 years straight on the Belota grade, sometimes 4. Windows cracked open year-round for that natural wind, temperature hovering cool and humidity just right. No fancy coolers, just stone walls and patience. Every year, a fellow walks the rows rubbing a bit of olive oil on the rind to keep it from drying too tough. I used to run my hams through the smokehouse as fast as the fire would let me, figuring quicker was smarter and cheaper. Then I saw these Spanish cellars, no smoke, no heat, just cool air and 4 quiet years. That long wait is where the real magic happens. The fat works its way clear through the muscle, turns tough into something that melts on your tongue. Back home, we'd call that kind of delay a money loser, but over there, it's the whole reason one leg costs more than a registered bull calf. Half the pigs never hit the top grade after all that time, so the ones that do have to carry the load for the whole herd. Turns out, the opposite of a food factory is sometimes the smartest way to make meat worth a damn. I sliced 4 thick chunks off this leg and dropped them into Grandma's black skillet. The fat turned clear before the iron even thought about getting hot. Then I cracked 3 eggs right on top. That sizzle took me straight back to Sunday mornings when I was a kid. One bite and I had to set my fork down slowly. Sweet like fresh pecans, rich like a ribeye that grazed its whole life, gone the second it touched my tongue. 64 years raising cattle, processing hogs out back, eating whatever the food factories shipped to the grocery store, and this was the first time pork ever felt alive. Taught me right then and there that real flavor can't be rushed on an assembly line. It's earned over years nobody else is willing to give. I came home believing slower might just be the smartest play there is. Own ground that feeds itself. Track every step honestly in food factories, then step back and let time do the heavy lifting. That's the quiet lesson this ham whispered. Turns out, that's worth every penny it costs. Coffee's on if you're swinging by next Saturday, same hook, same story.
These 400-pound beasts rip through frozen soil, smash fences, and erode nearly a third of farmland. They pollute rivers, destroy ecosystems, and push ranchers to the edge. The NRI reports that 30% of farmland has already been affected. And they're not just strong, they're smart. Hogs dodge traps, vanish into forests, and multiply faster than hunters can stop them. Bullets miss, fences fall. Their numbers keep rising, putting crops, jobs, and food security at risk. Even worse, African swine fever looms on the horizon. If it spreads to domestic pigs, it could cost America over $21 billion, 0 cents. I'm John from Lubbock. says a withered rancher. Hogs stole $20,000, 0 cents in crops overnight. My 80-year-old ranch is nearly bankrupt. This isn't a pest problem, it's a war. So what do you think? Is Texas losing $500 million, 0 cents, or $871 million, 0 cents? Drop your guess in the comments. Texas fights back hard. Steel corrals, 40-foot giants of welded mesh and drop gates snare entire herds. AI cameras and sensors, USDA pilot, 2025. Let ranchers trigger gates remotely when 80% of hogs enter, cutting costs 30%. Fermented corn and beer, its stench pulling hogs from 5 miles away. Set on muddy trails, traps lure them over 3 to 5 nights until they're fearless, then the millions of acres need more. Night hunts kick off from 8 p.m. to 4 a.m. Teams with thermal scopes and tough dogs stalk hogs through fog and brush. Texas allows year-round hunting, but its intense 300-pound hogs charge, tusks flashing. The shocker? USDA's $75 0 cents M-Pilot in 2025 unleashed helicopter hunts, one chopper blasting 739 hogs in 60 minutes, pure precision. It costs $50 0 cents K a flight. Hit one, the rest bolt, 100 runs. Trap or hunt, which wins? Vote in our poll. Captured hogs raced to USDA plants, only 20 nationwide in steel trailers within 2 hours. Keeping meat pristine, strict inspections clear each hog before humane processing. Workers peel hides cleanly, avoiding contamination, then carve into primal cuts. Shoulders for roasts, bellies for lean bacon, ribs for smoking, loins for juicy chops. Wild hog meat shines. $24G protein per 3 O's, 136 calories, 20% less fat than farm pork, packed with iron and B vitamins. Fossil Farms 2025. Vacuum sealed and traceable, it's market ready. Now, the magic. Texas Chef's Grill BBQ ribs, slow cooked at 250 DGF for 3 smoky hours, tender, bold, gamey bliss. Or try honey garlic chops, grilled in 20 minutes, pure fire. In Spain, Iberico hogs fetch $20. 0 cents/LB for silky hams. From field to fork, this meat's a sustainable hit. What dish would you make? Share your wild hog recipe below. Grab our BBQ recipe in the description. Every hog caught saves $2,000, 0 cents, to $5,000, 0 cents. In crop damage, turning a $1,600,000,000 0 cents crisis into profit. Meat sells at $8, 0 cents to $15/pound, beating farm pork. With sausages and bacon boosting margins, consumers love its lean, earthy kick, while curbed rooting protects 30% of eroding farmland. John's Ranch thrives again, fueled by meat sales. Globally, Europe culls 3.3 million hogs yearly, face 2025, Germany's drones cut 15%, and Australia's semi-wild farms earn $10, 0 cents M. Texas USDA pilot slashed 10% of hogs in 2025, with AI traps and hybrid farming paving a green future. Got a pest story? Share it and tag a friend. From feral fury to gourmet glory, Texas proves grit conquers chaos. Love this showdown? Smash that like, subscribe for more ag adventures, and try a wild hog recipe. Tag us. Next up, top 5 farming techs for 2026. See you there. Hey YouTube farmers, hunters and foodies, have you ever witnessed a feral hog ravage an entire field overnight? Comment yes or no and join in on Texas's epic battle with 2.6 million wild boars. Here we go. More than 2.6 million wild hogs are tearing through 99% of the state's counties, acting like a living demolition crew. Each night, herds flatten acres of corn and sugarcane, leaving nothing but muddy ruins behind. The damage is staggering, $871 million, 0 cents in Texas alone, and $1,600,000,000, 0 cents nationwide. According to the USDA, 2025